Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Dippy.
I'm Dadley.
And I'm Dono.
And welcome back to the Dapper D's, the only show that streams on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You didn't have
It's
a joke
Adam.
ready, did you?
I didn't have an intro planned. The only show that streams on New Year's Eve because we're the party before the party before
God
the party.
damn it, it's called Christmas Adam.
Christmas Adam. Wow. And welcome
Adam
back. And welcome back to your favorite monthly show within a show, the Dapper Discussion.
As a Catholic,
Flag on
I
the
thought you would
plate.
know that.
Christmas was last week. We're talking about New Year's here.
Indeed.
New Year's Adam.
New Year's Adam.
Yes. Hey, the chat's on my head.
The day 2 days before the thing that the day is Adam, and the day before is Eve. Whoa, that's actually kind of neat.
Is that the first time that has ever been a joke to you? Like,
I
been
don't know.
presented to you as a joke?
I've never heard that before. Yeah,
that was a constant joke for me at church.
Hey, Dadly, I'm
growing
making
up.
a tentacle plushie. Fuck yeah!
absolutely.
Oh, I saw it. It's really cool.
So,
oh wait, a tentacle. I didn't know. I didn't see the tentacle.
so
I can't speak.
welcome back to your monthly show within a show, the Dapper Discussion, where we discuss dapper things, top hats, monocles, smoking pipes. No,
Female.
we're just gonna. So we're just what? What?
Do you not know what a female condom is?
It's just like a sleeve that like
Yeah.
rolls out on the inside of.
Yeah.
This is an adult stream intended for adult audiences.
Ring that you like.
This is an adult stream intended for adult audiences. So
Boing.
leave the room. So before we get too deep into this discussion here, we want to give some partners and sponsors and little housekeeping and scheduling stuff, and then a little spiel from yours truly. So, Dono.
W.GG. It's fantastic energy now for you. 150 milligrams of caffeine in every single serving, which is the perfect amount found in scientifically to be just what you need to be able to get your shit together and to have energy that sustains you instead of not ones that like fuck with your brain and stuff like that. And my wife's probably food. I love this.
Slammed it down.
Just fucking there you go. Very loud. But yeah, check out W.GG. They've got a fantastic amount of flavors. One of the things I will note about them, because I do consume them, is that it doesn't give you that chalky taste with other pre-workouts and other like energy drink supplements. It's very, very smooth. It's very nice to be able to have. It's 0 calories, I believe, for most of their flavors, if not all of them. What? Oh yeah, our daughter fell asleep. My wife is upset because she's like, I got her food. but W.GG, go check them out. And when you do, and if you choose to buy something, use code ANIPOD at checkout, ANIPOD, and you'll get exactly 15% off on any purchase. That doesn't even matter if it's on clearance or on sale. It is fucking good to go.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So use W.GG. Not use code ANIPOD. We'll see you in the stars.
And no music today. I've decided that my Spotify Wrapped having background music on it is not worth it. So someone else can do it. Someone else can do it. Or I could just go to that website that from.
Is there any royalty free on YouTube?
Streambeats has so I'll talk about Streambeats real quick, I suppose. Streambeats by Harris Heller has a Spotify library of the #1 DMCA free library for streamers and YouTubers, and it's great stuff. It just fills up your Spotify Wrapped if you do it on Spotify. So what you can also do is you can go to Streambeats his website and download all the tracks that you want to use for free, I think.
I can just
so we'll do that for the new year.
So I can do if you let me share, I can do Stream Beats on my end.
Sure.
Okay.
Multiple participants can share. There you go.
Okay. Documents. Advanced.
So while we're getting that set up, go check out Stream Beats for your favorite background music vibes of any of your streams and otherwise.
That's not the one that I want to use.
Blue Noise. Dude, I learned about
Demon Instrumental. My God, these got so much.
Oh yeah.
It's Stream Beats by Harris Heller, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need a playlist.
Check them out on Spotify. Check them out on.
Do we want Electric, Prime, Groovy, Midnight?
Let's do Groovy.
Let's do Groovy.
And then volume down just a hair.
That did barely anything. There we go.
We'll keep going.
Ooh.
There we go. So. Oh, that's nice. So, thank you to Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Maybe a little more. So, what else? Housekeeping. we are 2 days away from a brand new year and a brand new set of adventures for the channel. So what have we got cooking up for you? Dono, down a little bit more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect.
That better?
Yes,
Okay.
much better. So, we've got a whole new gaggle of things cooking up for you. First and foremost, among all of those, you may or may not have seen, guesting on Dono's show, Crossroads. A new member of the channel, whether temporary or not, are no longer going to be temporary. In the new year, we are currently working through details to get a new show up and running on Thursdays. And it is someone who is not brand new to the channel. You have seen them before. It is the Cloaked DM, aka Just Brett. Will start running a double shift on Thursdays. So at least that's what we're thinking.
1 week, they'll 1 week do one thing, and the next week do the other.
And those two things at the moment are a long-running campaign set in a homebrew world with a slightly homebrew system, and the other is a set of mini adventures. He'll run Rooted. He'll run Monster of the Week. He'll run a couple of other smaller things, and a lot of people are going to come with him to join the channel for those shows, both the long-running and the short forms.
We also have some new players joining the channel.
That's literally what I just said.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was
Well,
saying.
it wasn't obvious to me.
He's gonna
so
bring more people with him, more players to
some
join the
people
Antipod
you've
family.
seen before, other ones are brand new.
And some of your favorites from all of your other Antipod shows will be joining in his shows in various capacities. We're just working out details and stuff. Expect Brett's first show of the new year, of the new era, on January 16th. And we're going to work out all the details from now until then, as we kind of have been. Plus, you'll see Brett on the Crossroads show and all these other fun things. So
yes, it's gonna be great. It's lovely.
the New Year's schedule is gonna start next Monday, next week from today. On the 6th, you will have another episode of the Dapper Ds, and we're kind of gonna go in the direction of finishing games that we started in over this past year to finish out the season before we start a new season in February. So be on the lookout for some gameplay episodes in the new year, as well as into the next season. Then next Tuesday, the 7th, we will have another episode of Crossroads. And what we were gonna do is we were going to have Inquisition on the 10th. However, I have just accepted a job on the 10th, so we may push that either to the 3rd or to the 17th. Whichever one would be better for everybody else.
All right.
I'll be at a wedding on the 3rd, so.
Dadley, are you joking?
No.
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
Okay. God damn it. All right. So we'll talk about when you will see the Inquisition next. It may be this Friday, it may be the Friday after next, so who knows. And then, as I
got
said,
our Instagram for fucking updates.
and then as I said, new Thursday show will start on the 16th and alternate from there. You'll have long show, short show, long show, short show, alternating every Thursday. Just like we have Dapper D's every Monday. You'll finally have a new thing every week from us.
Yeah.
Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. So,
Right, the short show, since it is short, I think the plan is that when one is done, we'll take some time to be able to plan the next one.
and then the next one will go, yeah. But the long running will be an every other week affair, just like Inquisition, just like Crossroads. In the meantime,
I also think people will really like the long form campaign. We haven't
gonna be
released what it is,
interesting.
but
It's gonna be interesting. I'll
the
say
inspiration is very, very fun, and I love
Yes.
it. I'm a little sad that I'm not going to be able to play in it, but I am happy that it's being run on this channel. So
What are you talking about? He has you down as one of the players in the server that he made.
I'm going to be guesting every once in a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Never mind. I thought he was. No, never mind. But you will see, yeah, that soon-ish. Dadley, you haven't said anything in a minute. Do you have anything for us?
I was working on something.
Okay, then never
Are
mind.
you playing
I'll do my
Pokemon
spiel.
right now?
No.
No.
In that case, I will do the spiel. Give us a follow on Twitch if you're interested, and give us a subscription if you're feeling generous. An Amazon Prime subscription gives us the money and you the ad-free experience at no cost to you with an Amazon Prime account. Give us a follow or a subscription over on the YouTube channel for all of the VODs, past, present, and future, and anything that you see from us here, you'll see from us there. If you go to the link tree in the description of the channel or the description of the VODs on YouTube, you will find all of the other places that you'll find us, like Instagram, where you can catch up live on all of our fun stuff, or you can see the memes that Dono makes because they're awesome. You'll also see clips from our newest member, Brett. Those are awesome too. There is a fan Discord. There is a merch store. And at a 25 and a 30 and a 35. There's a merch store, which will probably be revamped for the new year. Maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. We can design some stuff, I'm sure, like, pretty easily.
Let's work on a meeting with that. Okay.
Yeah, we'll work on something for that.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like I'm gonna be a little more on top of things. Knock on wood. There's no wood.
I can't lie. My brain's rattling with like, is this the year we make a Patreon finally? Like,
Yeah.
We'll see about.
I've got a lot.
Let's get
I've got
halfway.
a lot of.
Let's get halfway through the year and see if we're willing to commit to a Patreon as well. Because
I do have a
Patreon-
lot of Patreon one-shots that I haven't posted onto the channel because of that.
So yeah, we will have a decision about a Patreon sometime later on in the year, probably halfway through. It'll be a good way to support us directly, but also a little more work for us when we have special stuff for you on there that isn't anywhere else. So I believe that might be everything. We'll talk about new stuff in the new year. We'll talk about new stuff for this show in February when the 3-year anniversary of this show comes and goes. Can you believe that?
God damn.
We will have been doing this shit for 3 years?
yeah, network says they want new faces, but we're not willing to go, so we're all just trading names.
Yeah.
Yes.
How the fuck would that even work?
I would be Dippy, you'd be Dono, and Dono would be
Donald
Dadley.
Dadley. Okay, well, fair enough. We'll see.
Wait,
we'll
I
see
thought
how
I was
that
network.
decision- Hey, you know what? You have a fair point. So, with all of that said, boys, let's talk about 2024, shall we?
Yeah,
It's been some ups and downs, you know.
How was your year, Dippy?
It's been okay.
Yeah.
I can't say it's been one of the best years of my life, but it's also not been one of the worst, you know.
Yeah.
I turned 26 late in the year, but I turned 26 nonetheless. I'm an insurance payer now.
There you go.
But I found a plan that I like, and it's cheap, and cheap on my expenses at least. So that's fun. What did I do? I went at the beginning of the year, January 2024. I don't remember. February. Hang on. If I look at the episode list, I might remember. If I go off of Dapper D episodes that happened, Fantasy Hockey, Endgame Jeopardy 3, those were fun. Let's see. Ooh, I'm not remembering too much.
Emily, how was your year?
It's been
Yeah,
fine.
someone else go.
It's look, this is the older I get, the more I'm realizing I'm like, oh my god, this year is just another fucking year. Like, not just that, like, I have kids and they remind me that like the years are still significant. Like this year in like kidhood has been fucking crazy. But like, I don't know. We talk about New Year's resolutions and whatnot. I did not complete any of mine, and I feel perfectly okay with that. The D100 book would be done if I didn't add basically 5 new tables to it over the course of a year.
But what
funny-
you originally set out to do is done?
No, see, that's the funny thing. No,
No.
I set out for the book to be done with, I think it was the weather table, random encounters, and magic items. Everything is done besides magic items.
Oh gosh. Well, part of that was coming from us, so. Oh yeah, beginning of the year, I did some MTSU stuff.
Oh yeah, let me
filmed
go
some
through my
baseball
photos.
games. Filmed some
Yeah.
baseball games, filmed some basketball games. Those were fun. Haven't really worked with MTSU too much since. Also at the beginning of the year, was just some nice basic stuff going on. I was getting excited for. I watched the end of. I crystallized my fandom in my hometown football team, really, at the beginning of the year. And
Yes.
you know, the season prior to that had been a little rough, but you know, it could have gotten worse. And over the course of this year, it did. It got a lot worse. But I was optimistic then, and getting deeper into fandom. I made some videos at the beginning of the year too. Those went well. And then the year started to go on. I was getting tense about not working in my field, and then in the middle of the year, I got a job in my field,
There you
which
go.
made me very excited. Like, Rhino has been one of my favorite jobs I have ever held, because it's in my field. I get to see cool shows, whether before or after they're done, or sometimes I got to see some shows in progress. Those like free concerts just for working. Like, I was getting paid to watch the ends of concerts. Like, how fucking cool. And as a result of that, I've been to a couple of places more often than I ever thought I would be. Like, I know the inside of Bridgestone Arena, my local hockey stadium, like, better than I have ever known the inside of a building I've worked in.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I've been to Nissan Stadium a couple of times for that reason, and this was the year I had never been to Nissan Stadium in Tennessee ever until this year. Now I've been to Nissan Stadium at least 10 times. Because at the beginning of the year, I went to a draft party with my friend Parker, who moved away to Missouri this year. It was a very emotional time. He gave me my first framed picture as a gift from a friend of mine. And that picture is from that draft party we went to. And I teared up a little bit.
Speaking of friends, I met Dippy this year.
Yes, you did.
July. It was so long ago now.
In person, yeah. I was
Yes.
like, you've known me for how long now? No. Yeah, this was the year that I met Dadley in person. I met Dono in person last year, like right at the end of last year. But I met
No,
Dadley
it was
in
like the
person.
middle.
The middle of last year? Yeah, you
it
were
was
on your way to
it's
Disney
spring
World. That's
break.
right. Yeah, that's right. So, I have now met both of my best friends in person now. You know.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, I am so sorry. All the picked up. I am.
And
disgusting.
next year, we'll all be sleeping in the same fucking
We'll
Oh
all
bed.
be-
my God,
we'll
we
all
are!
be together. We are all going to be together because we're going to a wedding.
We're moving in together.
Yes, that
We're
too.
moving in, you guys.
Yes,
It's the big
that too.
thing. I'm leaving
We're
my kids in
making
my
a
life.
D&D hype house.
Oh my God! Don't bring up the. Oh God! Yeah, no.
Oh.
The last person that tried that got deplatformed so quickly. Like, I don't know how many people watching remember that person.
I actually
do.
I said it as a joke. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, there was.
What?
That's a part of D&D TikTok lore. Uh-oh. Oh no. Fuck. No, don't do this. Don't you do this.
Look at that
Boyish
smile.
friend.
Ah! Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
You're back,
Am
you're
I
back.
actually back? Okay, thank
Yeah.
God. I was like, don't do this.
Yes.
All right, awesome. But yeah, that's a part of D&D.
Okay.
That's a part of D&D TikTok lore that apparently even the stream doesn't want to hear, because the stream almost crashed when I was about to talk about it. So that's a part of our past. That's a part of D&D TikTok's past that we leave behind. What else? Middle of the year, started working with Rhino. A little
Yeah.
bit after I started working with Rhino, I picked up my other new job, Slim Chickens. of all of the food service I have ever worked, Slim's is one of my favorites because I really, really like the chicken that they make, and I really, really like the amount of people that I see in a drive-through window. Like I started working drive-through, and I've been like, everything that I ever did in food service up until this point being condensed and solidified into like a stream of constant people coming through. Like, do you know how many dogs I've met in cars?
Yeah.
And
It's
like
lovely.
giving them
Fucking
treats?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. Some fun stuff this year from that as well. Oh. Okay, no. So, ooh, that might actually
Oh,
be a
I had okay. So none of you guys have asked, but
Mhm.
I have a question. But after, let me write it down so I don't forget it because I will
Sure.
forget it. But it's to ask after we're done with this whole like, how was your
How
thing?
was
'Cause
your
I still
year?
gotta
Yeah.
answer that. But it
I've been going through my phone month by month.
I will say this: the first half or the first part of this year, mostly probably about 80% of it, like stream wise, fantastic. I love playing with you guys. It's been the highlight of my my life to be able to play and have a good time with you guys.
Yeah.
Outside, it's been a bit like driving my nutsack against hot coals. It's been rough.
Yeah.
I got fucked over a lot. And like, but you know what? It's actually at like the very tail end, there looks to be a lot more hope and good that's coming. And
Yeah.
I'm very happy that I stuck to it. And I want to tell everybody, stick to your fucking shit, dude. Keep going. Keep your head up. You got this, even if it fucking sucks.
Oh, I forgot about the family reunion I went to in May. That was a fun time.
Ugh.
There was
I-
we went to an my dad's side of the family reunion in Ohio, and that was kind of fun.
Ooh. I went rock climbing a lot this year. That's what I'm noticing going through my camera roll.
Hey,
I went
there
rock
you go.
climbing a lot this year.
There you go. I mean, hey, fun stuff.
No, but
right?
like I drove all the way from Connecticut to Alabama this year, which was what a fucking drive that was. It
I
was
think that was
awesome.
the
That's
trip
where-
that you saw me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the trip that I met Dippy at. That was also for a wedding.
Yeah.
Besides, I've gone to a lot of shows this year. Dippy looks like he's about to say something from the heart.
Speaking of weddings, I got to see one of my like IRL best friends get married to the love of his life. And
Oh,
that was a emotional moment for me too. One of my best friends when I was in school got married in June, and it was beautiful. It was simply beautiful. I was glad to have been like a guest, to be invited to it, and his like court of whatever. His court of honor, his not
Groomsmen.
bridesmaids. What's the groomsmen? That's the word. His groomsmen were some of my other best friends from school, you know, and just to catch back up with them, to see them again, to see him again, was incredible. And that was a really fun time. Got to see my family again as a result of that, because he had his wedding basically right next to some of where my family lives.
Oh, okay.
The fireworks show, that was fun.
I became a stay-at-home dad
Yes, you did.
this year, and honestly, it's
There
one of
you
the best
go.
jobs I've ever had in my entire life.
There you
To be able
go.
to stay home, and I'm fucking rocking at it too. Oh my god, I'm
I'm
starting to
happy
teach my
for you,
kid how-
Donald. I'm glad that you like being.
Milo how to read.
I'm glad you like being a dad.
I do too. I'm glad I do too. I'm glad that it's mostly good. Because there's
Ooh, let me
always
go
a
through my
bad.
books for this year.
Another
What did I
thing,
read
I
this?
hit 315 on my bench and then lost it
Oh.
because I
I'm
dropped
sorry.
an
It
extra
happens.
20 pounds. Now I'm down to 263. Yeah, on my weight
Mm.
loss,
There you
and
go.
I am almost to the 10 pounds away from 100 pounds lost goal, which is insane to me that I have gotten to that point.
Wow.
Hope my next goal for next year is to get down to like 255, 250. Yeah, because I'm at that point where it's really hard to lose weight.
Can I do
So-
can I do a quick here are my favorite books I read this year?
Yeah, go ahead.
These are in no particular order. I've gone off a lot about Fourth Wing and the sequel Iron
Yes,
Flame.
yes.
Everyone knows them as the raunchy dragon books. They are phenomenal. I'm excited for Onyx Storm coming out next month. The third one in the series. The Infinity Sun, modern fantasy 3-part series, incredible. My favorite book I've read this year. It's tiny. You could probably read it in a day. The Narrow Road Between Desires. It is from Patrick Rothfuss, the guy that wrote Name of the Wind. It takes place in the same world as Name of the Wind. It's cute. It's fun. There is no real story behind it. It's just, let's follow this character and how they act. And it is a really good book for people that want to write. So those would be my, anything else? Wrestling for My Life by Shawn Michaels. His journey from WWE into Christianity. Fucking fascinating.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, very interesting book.
What a hook.
Yeah, very interesting book. And this is coming from someone who's not religious. I just like Shawn Michaels.
Oop. That's
Oh my God.
There you go.
That was an ass.
What a absolutely amazing book.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my recs.
Speaking of, I'll talk about that a little more in depth.
Yeah.
I mentioned that I've been to Nissan Stadium like more than I've ever been because I never went before this year. I went to my first in-person Titans game with my mother, for which it was her second ever in-person Titans game, and she went to those two. Like, her first one was when I was maybe 5 years old. So
wow.
she went to her second Titans game in 20 years. And
Damn.
we both got to watch them lose. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. God damn it. Oh, please come back. Please don't crash.
Oh.
Come back, come back, come
You're
back.
good.
Come
You're
back.
good. You're back.
Ah,
You're back. You're back.
okay.
You're back.
All
You're
right.
back.
All right, got it.
Wanding in by Piratapa.
Garadaba.
My favorite book this year was Wandering In by Pirate
Pirate
What?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Seems interesting. I went.
No,
went to
that's
my
the
first
name
ever
of the
Titans-
author. Yeah.
We went to our first Titans game either in a long time or ever, and got to watch them lose. Speaking of which, to anyone who watched the tier list video at the very start of this season, I made some really bold claims in
Oh,
a
really?
delusional fit of madness, and I want to officially rescind all of the statements I have officially made on this channel in relation to a certain NFL team, and say that we are fucking garbage for like the first time in a while. Like, we are actually completely and utterly fucked, and there is no hope, there is no salvation. Pray for me that I will continue to suffer through the fandom of this team until they are good. So there's that, and out of the way.
I'd say
close
hope
out
is
the
in
year.
prayers, but
Yeah.
there's no prayers that can save that.
to close out the year, finished up my resolution, did a couple of other gigs in that time. I thought it was going to come out before this year was over, but it might come out the beginning of next year. I did my first ever like official fan voice acting for a
Yes.
project, and 90% of it is in a clip that they have posted as a preview, but I do have a small part throughout the rest of the episode that plays out after that clip. But if you want to see my first official voice acting, it is available on YouTube. I will put a link in the description of the YouTube video for that. Don't let me forget that.
Yes.
I hit, so with the whole thing, I hit every single one of my goals this year, except for I didn't do any voice acting besides like what I do here,
Mhm.
which, like, honestly, I need to just make a whole thing clip.
Make
or
a whole
whatever.
demo reel.
Yeah, make a demo reel, which I've got enough on this channel that I just need. To
It'll
go
be
through.
in the description of the YouTube VOD, Murthy.
Okay. It also should be in your link tree.
No, not that clip. That clip is not in my
okay.
link tree. I can put it in my link tree though. One way or the other, you'll see it. You'll find it in the YouTube bot. Woo for goal completion, yes. Speaking of which, the one goal that I set out to do,
Yes.
I did. I completed it. And I'll talk about that in depth here in a minute. Probably after our first break, which will be here in about 10 minutes. But we'll continue talking about the end of the year, or like the year in general. Yeah, end of the year, Halloween came and went. My birthday came and went. You know, more
I
fun
turned
stuff.
30.
I
did.
already mentioned I turned 26, which means that right in the middle is our resident, is our other resident father over here.
Yeah. Hey, what comes after August?
September.
Thank you. I was drawing a blank. I'm trying to go through all the photos month by month.
There you go.
Oh, I went whitewater rafting this year. That was fucking fun.
Ooh,
There you go.
that sounds fun.
Uh,
I'm trying to think what fucking else I've done this year. It's
besides-
busy.
I mean, besides that, the only big thing I did was release a deck of cards that I don't have at the moment for camera.
What have we done this year,
challenges.
honey?
Congratulations for that.
Sad and depression.
What?
Been depressed.
That's
Oh.
I'm not talking about that.
Oh,
Happy
no.
things that we've done. I gotta go through my photos. She's not gonna be any help to me.
Oh yeah, and visited my family for Thanksgiving and Christmas, which was really nice. And both times that I went, I cleaned out a lot of clutter from my past. Like my I have a closet that like sits in a room that I used to use as playroom, den, like man cave, but I wasn't a man, I was young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. And that closet, I've slowly been
Playpen.
filtering through it, donating stuff, throwing stuff out. Which, honestly, that's one of my favorite things that I've done, is like, I've been able to get rid of a lot of crap from my past that I don't need anymore, that I don't use anymore. Save some of it, but, you know,
Yeah.
get rid of a lot of, like, useless crap. And it's like a weight lifted off my shoulders type deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, and then Christmas came and went, and here we are. And I honestly am so excited for the first time in a long time. As long as my prospects are set in order, if my jobs can get me some hours and if Rhino can get me some opportunities.
Yeah.
This next year, 2025 has been set up on the tee to be a really good year for me to smack it out of the park.
There you go.
But some stuff has to fall in place, and I have to continue to do what I need to do.
Yeah.
And in the middle of all of that, I have continued to do the thing that I love. One of the things that I love. Play D&D, run D&D with some of my best friends that I've ever met.
Hi.
Hi. I'm here.
And this year was a good year for our games. Like Crossroads and Inquisition both had really good years this year.
We've had a lot of growth as characters.
A lot of growth.
A lot of consistency this year.
Yeah.
Fun episodes, you know? Like, there were times when we not necessarily faltered, but, you know, there have been times where life has gotten in the way, but the things that got in the way in our lives were important to our lives most of the time.
And one of the things that I've always been very big about on this is that this is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be, something that adds stress to our lives. This is meant to be, like, for us and everybody that watches, it's an escape. It's an escape from fucking all bullshit. So come in. Like, if you can, fucking come play. And people do. And we do it consistently. And it's lovely. And I love every single time we go to stream because it's just fun. I just know it's going to be a good time. And I'm glad new people are coming to join us and realizing what good time it is.
The channel's gonna grow again a little after a loss last year of one of our shows, Breaking Character.
Two of our shows, right? Strong and Coffee ended last year as well, right?
Yeah.
Strong.
Or has that
Coffee
been
ended
2
last
years
year.
now?
That
It's
might
been
be
2
two.
years.
That might be two.
Yeah.
Either way, after like we've lost some of our properties and assets to either life or
Disney.
otherwise. Disney.
Oh.
No, Disney. Imagine if Disney picked up one of our fucking shows. Like,
Hey,
Jesus.
hey, Disney, if you want to buy the Dapper D's and replace us with Donald, Goofy, and Mickey, I won't be mad.
They can just make their own podcast.
I mean, they could. But how much money would we get if they bought our show?
I got-
Like,
How much?
Well,
how
I
much?
didn't
How much
realize-
money would you sell the Dapper D's for?
Fucking no, dude. How much are they asking?
Not like I don't know, like $80 and a McChicken. Like,
Nah,
That's
too
all
nice for
that this show is worth to you?
yeah, why?
Oh my god, we need to reprioritize. No,
This year was
genuinely.
the first year that I got. Well, actually, no. It wasn't my first tattoo, but my wife tattooed me.
Oh,
There you go.
fun.
They're fun. Yeah, and I got to go see my family for the first time in like 4 years
Mhm.
since I had moved. I got to see all my family in Missouri. I forgot that trip was this year.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Nava came to visit.
Yes, my buddy from Utah came and visited me for my birthday
Yeah.
for a
Aw,
week.
how
That was
fun.
great. I got to see Monk. I saw Monk for the first time in my life this year too. I met Monk.
There you go.
Ooh,
Fucking fun.
there you go.
He drove all the way from the other side of Missouri and drove here. And then we saw my wife's friend Danny for the first time, who is, I guess, one of my friends too. Now he's a big gay boy and he's lovely.
There you go. Sure.
See here. I'm trying to think what else.
Sounds like an old timey, like, oh, that gay boy, I love him.
He's a gay boy, and I love him.
He's a gay boy.
Oh, that gay boy that shines my shoes.
Yeah. That shines my shoes. Oh, jeez.
You mean that gay one that does an excellent job of cleaning my apartment?
Down at the parlor?
Down at the parlor, the gay boy that shines my shoes. He's so good at it. He's used to being on his knees. Look at him go.
Oh my god.
I'm
Wow.
allowed to do it.
This is
Really
an
knows how to
adult
spit,
show.
shine a
This
whistle.
is an adult show intended for adult audiences.
What else did I get? Oh, I didn't even make that. again.
Kosuke came back.
Huh?
Kosuke came back this year.
Yes.
So we're
Well,
technically
I got my dog Kotsky this year. With a white
Oh.
fucking fluffy, thing. I could probably
Oh.
have.
There you go. So in
Oh.
summation, pretty good, either standard years or like decent years for
Yeah.
us in general, in summation. I would say the channel had a pretty good year too. We've seen some pretty consistent growth here towards the end after we learned about timed ads and all this other stuff that we're doing with
Yeah.
the actual live shows. We transitioned back from YouTube to Twitch, which was the right decision. We had the qualm that we had with Twitch
The year
before
we wrestled.
has been a qualm that seems to arise like every other year, and nothing ever comes of it. So for the foreseeable future, we're just going to
So-
continue to stream live on Twitch, and we're going to post the VODs to YouTube, and it's going to work
Yeah.
like that. Even if there
How
is a
long
future
we're
bump
working on that with
in the road, in
Even if you
Twitch's
don't
way,
like it.
even
How
if
long
you
will
don't
we
like
find
it, even if you think Amazon is an exploitative company run by a multi-billionaire who needs to reprioritize,
So-
I mean, even if like long censor bar.
So, my wife just reminded me that
Hmm.
this was also the year that we won our fight to get back one of our dogs and it's a crazy fucking story. But literally we took down one of the biggest, not like highest named breeders in like the husky.
Trainers too.
What?
She is a very well-known trainer.
Trainer too. Like literally 5 stars across the board with 1,000 reviews. Not seen as like the pinnacle of like breeding.
in North Carolina.
in North Carolina,
Mm.
and we took her down. We not because we found out that
Nice.
she was abusing the animal. She sent us photos of the dog that we had sent to her, and she was horrendously. It's locked. My wife does a like fantastic job of telling the story, but yeah, like it's something that you could like make a movie out of. It's so fucking crazy, but yeah.
My God, I'm going to have to. Like,
Yeah,
this is my ticket in. It's a
we've
documentary.
Like we've been consistently getting updates and putting in our information, and they're trying to get it to a point where the woman can't, like, she's not supposed to be breeding or
She's
adopting
supposed to be on
dogs, but she still is.
probation for 2 years. She's not supposed to have any animals for 2
Yeah,
years.
she's not supposed to have any animals, so
Oh
we're
my
fighting that
God.
court case. But yeah, that's something that's been happening in the background of my life.
She has 50-something counts of animal abuse and neglect.
She has
Oh,
50
Jesus.
something- Yeah, from the whole thing. Yeah.
Movie deal. Hello.
Yeah, pinnacle of breeding there. Fucking 50 counts of animal abuse that we helped.
We're just
that we've helped to
we're getting
fucking
we're
get.
getting-
She has degrees.
we've been talking about our year, Brett. We've been talking about our
What?
years.
She
Oh.
has degrees and stuff in like animal training and science.
Yeah.
and, yeah. Like
She's
all
like
these
literally
degrees.
trained, degree, everything, and used it to fucking
Oh my God.
absolute piece of shit.
This is absolutely a documentary I have to make now.
Well, I'll set up
I'll
a
come up to
meeting.
Michigan. I'll go down to North Carolina.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the person was located in North Carolina, and yeah, it was. Yeah, it
There
was.
you go.
It was fun.
All right.
That was,
Well,
that was a big fight.
cool. Brett. Oh crap. I forgot to change the category to just chatting. Oh well. I mean, we'll talk about D&D a little bit here. I mean, we have a little.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. But also, Brett, we were just talking about our years, you know, and maybe a little bit about the future. But for now,
real quick,
yes.
I have a question, and it's one that I've been meaning to ask for a
Yes.
while. But I keep forgetting to
This
ask
is the one you
during
wrote
Dapper
down.
Ds.
Yes.
Yes, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget.
Mhm.
What it? So this is just like this is to get to know you
We
guys. a
are
little.
about to get a break going here.
Yes.
So save it
so
for the
we
break.
could talk. We yeah, after the break we can
Yeah.
talk about it.
Sorry.
We'll start with the questions after the break.
Woohoo! So don't go anywhere. We'll be
Come
right
back with your questions for the Dapper Ds.
Come back with your questions about the Dapper Ds, about the channel, about whatever. We're happy to answer them. And so after the break, Dono's question, some questions from the audience if there are any. I'll talk about my movie resolution, and then we'll get into the recurring segments. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Go.
Hello and welcome back to the Dapper D's. So
the question I was going to ask is that, do you think my like facial hair is starting to look really, really nice? Like, I
Dude,
can curl it.
Dude, that was what you were going to ask?
No,
No, it wasn't.
No. Yeah, but to answer that
Yes,
fake
I
question,
do.
yeah, I think so. Our facial hair has been like developing. There have been times where, for me specifically, there have been times where I've been completely clean shaven, and there have been times where I've had something like this: the mustache,
Yes.
chin strap, a couple of sideburns. I like what my facial hair could turn into. I just need it to grow out a little bit more.
I think I can confidently say I like how I look at 30.
Yeah, Donna.
I didn't think
your
I look
beard.
good.
Your beard is great. I like the mustache. You know, Like that looks like a well-trimmed, well-styled. Dadley, same thing with you. I think you're well-styled, man.
Yeah, I just keep it shaggy. I do. I don't buzz it all too often anymore.
And it just like works.
That's why if I fluff it out, it kind of gets into caveman mode.
There's a part of me. Oh wow. Oh, there you go.
I just read the chat. Hi, Donna. Which of that thing for Anipod do you wish you could do more? Okay, this is a question. No, pin that. Yes, my love.
When are you guys gonna be done?
I don't know. When are we doing to be done? My wife is wondering.
We'll
Like-
do a little
We
bit.
got some questions and then recurring segments, so probably like 11.
Well,
No,
yeah, Dippy
10.
wants to talk about New Year's
Probably.
stuff.
Okay.
I just wanted to do my New Year's resolution real quick,
hmm
and then we'll.
I do have my question.
We do
but,
have a couple of questions. We have your question, obviously,
Yes.
and then recurring
Um,
segments that'll take us through this next hour probably. So
Yeah. Okay.
like 10 your time maybe.
10.
Oh,
Okay.
We did
So,
start very very.
I have an
late.
answer for this, but
Yeah.
I'm also like curious on like whether or not you guys have something like that
Yes.
in mind. What is an innocent goal you have in life for when you're older?
An innocent goal, or when
I
I'm-
want to be one of those old dudes that are covered in tattoos, and they're like, when you're old and saggy, those tattoos won't look good. And I want to be
Mhm.
one of those old dudes that are like, oh my god, I still don't give a fuck.
I like that.
Well, there you
Okay.
go.
Could be.
When I'm older,
Oh.
I'll say like the range that Dadley described there, like 50s or 60s or something like that, like maybe even 70s. When I'm older, I want to be that guy that like you ask, like you're watching Wheel of Fortune, and then you call back to me and ask me like what's the answer of this Wheel of Fortune or this crossword or this like who wants to be whatever it is, what the answer is, and I can just like spout out the answer at 70 or 80 or whatever how
Yeah.
older I am. Just like what's like 7 blanks, popular whatever, blah, 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 and I can say Bismarck and it's right, and they're like, Grandpa knows everything, or Dad or whatever knows everything.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be when I get
You wanna be
like,
learned.
older. Learned.
Yeah, you want to be really smart.
But like
How
learned
about you,
in like
Donna?
trivial bullshit. Learned in like trivial
Yeah.
crap. Not like in things that actually matter.
Okay, so my answer to this question is when I am in like my 60s or whatever, or when I'm like completely gray, I want to be Santa Claus at Christmas time for kids.
Yes.
I want me and my wife to dress up as like Santa and Mrs. Claus and go and see kids and fucking be Santa Claus, not for them. And my reasoning for that is because my dad was my first Santa.
Aww.
And I remember him and my mom dressing up as like Santa and Mrs. Claus and coming to my kindergarten class and everybody going through the
Aw.
whole thing. And I was just like, I kept the secret of just like, that's my dad. And like, I do it with him and I still did.
That's fucking awesome.
And so I want to one day, and it like, I don't get the chance of being able to be it for my kids because I started being a dad really young.
Mhm.
But like, I hope when they have kids, I can be their first Santa and stuff. That's kind of my goal.
There you
Love
go.
Brett
Oh,
says
okay.
Jack St. Nick, my dude calling you North. What a great Rise of the Guardians reference.
It
Rise of
is.
the Guardians is underrated.
I need to watch it again. It is a great movie, but I haven't seen it in years. Earlier we did kind of have we did ask for questions, and Brett did
Yeah,
provide
well-
us a couple.
Which things of Anipod do you wish you could do more of? Are there any activities or streams that you wish you had time for this year, but you couldn't?
I have a great
the-
answer for this.
I
Go ahead.
also have an answer. I was gonna say we keep pitching around a 24-hour stream.
That's what I was
that
going to
we
say.
just
Yeah.
we can't fucking schedule it. It is
There-
so fucking hard to
There
schedule.
needs to be a day this year where we start streaming at midnight on one day and stop streaming at midnight of the next day. Like, that's just something we have to do. And I don't know how else to put it other than part of me wants it to be a charity stream, but the other part of me wants it to be quote unquote a fundraiser stream where we like where it benefits the channel by we get to get better equipment for whoever needs the better equipment for the
Yes.
channel, and we get to do things as part of the 24-hour stream if people donate, like incentives, like. And I
You
just
mean
thought
like
about
a
this because you have
subathon?
it's kind of like a subathon, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Um,
run one of those, honestly.
Like a 24-hour subathon type thing. Like not a subathon that like adds time as subs come in, but a subathon that's like, yeah, do it in this
We're
amount
going
of
for
time.
24 hours,
Yeah.
and if you do this, then
Yeah.
Like, I
next
was
show will be
thinking,
this or whatever.
If we
or-
did
yeah.
a subathon, and hit like 250, 300, maybe even $500, depending on how much people came out, that or like a 3-tiered thing at like $100, I clean shave. At $250, Deadly clean shaves. And at $500, Dono clean shaves. Like,
I
my
am-
wife would hate me.
I am more likely. I've pitched before. I would rather
Said
get
if we
a
did, like,
tattoo
subathon and we
than
made
fucking clean
$500,
shave for
I would
this
have to
channel.
Shave my beard.
re-
He's like, no.
I
My
did-
wife's
I hate
literally
going
looking at
without
me
a
like,
beard.
no.
Yeah, no,
We're
I
just-
hate not having a beard.
that's why it would be a great incentive.
It would be.
I
hope
will
we don't make
say
it.
maybe a good y'all. I've been known now to be a little bit of a hairy
Oh
man.
god, a Hot Ones challenge.
A Hot
Oh.
Ones. Here's my little quick tangent about Hot Ones. My best friend loves Hot Ones. He bought the last dab. I was drunk. He said, "Smell how hot it is." I smelled it too close. I got it on my nose,
Ah,
and I'm like, "That's hot." And my dumbass went, "Oh, it's in my eye."
Oh,
or in
no.
my nose. And
Oh,
I stuck it right into my eye.
Oh,
Oh,
So I have,
Jesus
I have
Christ.
never tasted it, but I've had it in my fucking nostrils and
I
eyes.
oh
my
shit.
God.
That reminds me of a thing that so I did the Pico chip challenge this
Yes.
year.
Oh
And
my
I
god.
found out, and I don't know if this is for everyone, but I did it with my brother-in-law. We both took like half or whatever, or like a little piece, because it was an old ass fucking thing.
Yeah.
I decided, like, because it just freaking like gets your blood going and everything. I was like, I'm gonna go lift weights, and apparently, if you lift enough weight while you're dealing with spicy food, it negates the spice.
Yes.
Yeah,
Never heard that
it helps.
before.
It makes it tolerable. Also, it gives you an insane pump because your body's like,
Yeah.
But yes, at
It's
some
like-
point in the next year, 12-hour episode,
24 hour.
24-hour episode, one of those two is happening. Like, I
Yes.
have, like, ideas for, like, what can fill each hour if necessary, or
Yeah.
each other, like, 2 hours or whatever. It's just like,
Yeah, that's how I imagine it. I imagine it in 3 and 2 hour chunks, like 3-hour chunks of D&D, 2 hour.
Like, we would
we're gonna
do-
this
Honestly,
thing.
24 hours. We would do an episode of Crossroads. We would do an episode of Inquisition. We would do an episode of whatever. And then the rest of those hours is Dapper D, like, internet things, internet games, or, like, I have board games that we have played both in person when Dadley was over, and, you know, other things like that. Like, we can fill 24 hours. We just need a day that we can fill it.
what if we just
Yeah.
fully nuzlocked Fire Red?
If we, like,
I mean,
did
that,
that.
we could.
Like,
Yeah.
that's just gonna
Yeah.
be a series that we're gonna do, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, well, no. Dapper Yellow is going to be that series because, like,
Yeah, Dapper-
Dadley put
yeah.
so much effort into that game.
Exactly. I know.
Yeah.
I,
But yeah,
I
we'll
wanna
do
it.
that.
Also,
Yeah.
we've had people asking us when we're going back to Dapper Yellow. So
Yes, we have.
which is lovely.
All right, and really quick, any favorite D&D or RPG moments from the year?
Dude, unmatched. What will forever be my favorite moment until something tops it. The natural one on the victim of a scry for an instantaneous, like, success on a scrying orb to help a god find his wife. Like,
Oh my god, that
That-
fucking.
dude, Dono,
I'm not gonna lie, you jump started for Avery to go into becoming an archfey. Like that was
Yeah.
like I wasn't planning on doing that for a while. Then it was just like, oh yeah, yeah.
and then all of
I
a
started to
sudden,
think about
all
it.
of a sudden, I just had the answer and I did it.
yeah,
And
fucking
that
asshole.
moment
Okay, no.
made me feel so great.
Mhm.
Like,
That moment also helped me win a debate against you. So
yeah, Dadley,
I am
you had a
actually
lot
having
of
a
good
hard time.
moments this year.
I have probably my favorite D&D session I played this year was Zog becoming like a full champion of Umber Lady.
That was a great episode.
Like that
was that this year? I think
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, that was your birthday, if I remember right. Was
Then
it
that would have
my-
been the year before you last.
No, it was Dadley's birthday.
Was it my birthday?
Yeah, and I think it was the year before last.
Well, either way,
Well,
that's still because we
Alright,
haven't
then I
done
gotta
an
think.
episode like this in a
Yeah.
while.
It was
but
very
yeah.
early. I remember it being very early on when Sundial had not taken on his slime form.
No,
Because-
Sundial was definitely a slime for that.
Sundial's
Sundial
No.
was a slime, but he had just recently
Dadley's birthday
became one.
episode. Dadley's birthday episode. Let me look at the Inquisition playlist. No, don't open the Inquisition playlist. Just look at the episodes in it.
All right. Well,
Oh.
anyway,
That
if
was
that one was last year. Sorry, my neck's killing me. That's why I keep doing this.
oh yeah, an Umberly birthday. That was
Yeah.
streamed. That was when we were still on YouTube. Yeah, that was
Oh,
on.
was it?
That
Oh,
was
wow.
on my birthday of 2023. So it was.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, but it's still a great moment, and you know,
absolutely.
100%
know.
still a great moment.
Yeah. What about you, Donna?
Oh, my favorite freaking like streaming moment. Or
RPG or
moment.
D&D moment. Yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm trying to think here.
Oh, wait. I do got one. Emily becoming a fly during Dark Energy and fucking everything I had.
Oh
planned.
my god, that was
That
so
was
good.
so great.
That was so good.
Oh my god, the entire Dark Energy campaign was a highlight too. Like
Yeah.
the second one, rather.
Oh, now it's just we're offline.
Oh, off.
Ah!
No, it says we're back online.
Are we?
Are we?
Are we?
Oh crap.
Huh?
Hold on, let me go to the video producer. If the video producer has two chunks,
We're
shit,
here.
we dropped it for just a minute. Damn
We're
it!
back.
I'm gonna have to stitch the VOD together. Ah, I hate that.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Hey, Happy New Year. Okay, so I'll have to stitch the VOD together.
Yes.
Whatever.
All right.
It's fine.
Dono, favorite RPG moment,
Yeah.
and then let's let Dippy talk for the next 2
Fuck.
hours.
Oh god. Favorite D&D moment. Fuck. There's been so many. You guys finding dinosaurs was pretty fun.
That was fun.
That was a good episode. I think also be taking 12s and Avery's arms in the deal to save your soul was great.
That was
Oh, shit.
rude.
In the one episode that I wasn't here for.
Also, oh my god, the Dragon Ascendant session was one of my favorite because I had that planned for years.
Oh yeah,
That was something that I wanted
walking
to
the
do
guy up the
in-
mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. You guys meeting my owl bear person, Carter. Carter was dope.
Carter. Just Carter.
Any moments as Sundial that you like in particular?
I
from this
really
year?
liked setting off explosions inside of a cavern and it go all the way through. Petting the whale was pretty cool.
that was 3 days ago. I'm glad you
I
liked that
know.
moment. Yeah.
That's right. I have such bad memory. Give me a second to think as Sundial for
In
a
the
while.
meantime, I'm going to I'm gonna
We're gonna
rekindle
recreate the most
we're gonna-
Dapper D's.
rekindle a short episode that I posted because it was topical at the time. Because it was topical at the time, and then all of a sudden it became one of the stupidest ideas we ever had. This is a Mars bar. So there's still an episode of I haven't deleted it, and it's never gonna be deleted. But there's an episode on the channel of me trying a 0 bar because the previous Dapper D's episode was a tier list ranking candy bars, or had a tier list ranking candy bars.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, your sound stopped sharing, Dono, or your playlist stopped.
Oh, shoot. Did it? Oh, my goodness. I think I stopped having music playing.
Oh, I guess you got to the last track or something like that.
Yeah, I did. I did get to the last track.
There we go.
Ooh, nice.
So anyway,
Actually,
Uh,
nope, that's not.
there we
That
go.
wasn't allowed. I gotta go back to his thing and choose a different playlist.
Oh, right. Okay.
pause you.
So in the meantime,
try a Mars bar.
So I've never had a Mars bar. I don't think the Mars bars were on the tier list either. So
I don't know.
I got this at World Market because that's the only place that has them down here in Tennessee. So let's try this out, see what we think. Oh, it's like a Milky Way. That's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really good. It's like a chocolatey mousse, a caramel, and like a thin chocolatey outer layer.
One of my favorite moments for Sundial was when we were going into the Diamond Stadium and you had like all the little sticky bits coming down, and I was just like, I'm just gonna use my net gun.
Yes.
And then like there's the whole thing of like the alarm going off, and Sundial was just like, I'm just gonna go squeaky through the bars and be okay.
That was great.
I love,
that puzzle, both of those puzzles had such like those were such smart solutions for those puzzles that I had not considered, because I forgot about your net gun and I forgot you were a slime person. It's genuinely really good.
I love it when
no coconut bread.
Sundial can
no
just
coconut
be,
at all.
I love when Sundial can just be a slime. Just live his, I love his little pot. I love that he gets carried around by people, and I could just be like, all right, I'm just gonna, because sometimes I do like to interact, and sometimes I just like, you know what, I feel like just being in my pot and listening, and so I just sit back and I just listen. And watching you guys play is, and being a player to be able to interact with you guys is so much goddamn fun. I love doing that. I love, because for so long I've been a DM, and so it's so nice to be a player. And I do realize that I'm quite unhinged as a player. Hence,
you can be.
My character that was a frog that didn't speak.
Yes. Yeah, that was hard to navigate.
Oh God.
But on that note, Dippy, you got a New Year's resolution done.
Yes. So I have talked about it on the channel a couple of times. Can you turn the volume down just a hair? I've talked about it on the channel a couple of times throughout this year, because I set out to watch 251 movies throughout the year of 2024. And I did it. And I'm so proud that I did it. I have the sheet with every movie that I watched this year available to me. Like, it's here. I know it's here. Well, I guess I have to close Microsoft Excel for a second. Save. Okay. And then open Movie Diary 2024.
What was your favorite worst movie in that list?
So, that is something. Let me see. Let me see where I can pull this up. Oh my God. Okay, because it thinks that this is a new streaming session and an ad's about to start, I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see about what I can do here. Nope, that's not even the one that I want to reference. Here it is. So, let me see here. My favorite movie that I gave the worst rating. Is that what you mean, or do you mean something slightly different than that?
One that was bad, but was incredibly enjoyable to watch. Because it was bad.
Okay, this one wasn't enjoyable until, like, everything coalesced at the end. That one wasn't enjoyable at all. That one had a great ending that kind of explained why the rest of it is so terrible, but it had some pretty off-base pieces until that point. I will have to say, the only movie that I gave a single-digit score this year, would probably be the contender for worst movie that I enjoyed watching because of how terrible it was. Dana Carvey's The Master of Disguise.
I want to be the master of disguise. I want to be the master of
I fucking...
Again, it doesn't have an ending.
It just
It's
doesn't.
so good.
It's
It
just
just
like,
stops.
why is this movie the way that it is? Why does it do what? The amount of terrible movies that I watched this year was very small. The Master of Disguise is the only one that I gave a single-digit score. And oh god, the only other one
And
I would
it's-
point out. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a work of art.
The only one that I would point, the only other one I would point out would be a movie that I actually talked about a couple of Dapper discussions ago back in July, which is called The Oranges.
Yes.
And it was, I have talked about this before. It's two families living on the same street, and the daughter of one family falls in love and enters into a relationship with the father of the other family. And the father figure involved in this relationship is Hugh Laurie, and the daughter figure is stated in universe to be half as young as he is. Like,
Yes.
more than half as young as he is. Let me tell you that the story itself is so completely controversial. Like, so many people would go into this movie blindly, like, rejecting the concept if they heard what it was about before they started watching it. I didn't have that luxury, and with what I was given, I thought it was an interesting movie to watch.
Yeah.
Like, it tells a story that throws maturity and, like, the societal view of love, like, out the window and just says, this person is getting a divorce and they are not happy in the marriage that they are divorcing from. Is this any better? Like, and it's like two consenting adults entering into a relationship. It's just that one of those adults is 20 and the other one is 50. Like, it's one of those stories you look at it on the surface and you're like, oh, this shouldn't be good at all. And it's not, but at some point during the course of you believing that it's not good, it convinces you that it at least deserved to be made.
Okay.
Like, it was weirdly, because everyone reacts to it in such a way that, yes, everyone would react to this situation in this way. Of course, the divorcing wife would go ballistic. Of course, the other family would start to disown their daughter and try to get this relationship to end. Of course, these things would happen this way. But it's such a strange concept starting out. Like, that if you don't get, if you're not gonna be into the concept at the start, you're not gonna like it at all. I think it's interesting because of that. So that would be my answer to that. Otherwise, what I can actually do is, now that I am done with this list, I can sort this list by the scores that I gave it. So I will do that. Sort largest to smallest.
You might be a little close to your mic, bud. Is he breaking out for you too, or is that just me?
I think it's just you.
I think it's just you.
Shit.
So,
I get a new headphone mic.
movies that I gave the worst scores: Master of Disguise with a 5.
This guy's.
You
Warriors
gave
of
it
Virtue.
a 5?
Yeah, 5 total. Yeah, out of 100. And my
Is
scoring
that the
system.
amount of times that you laughed?
No, it's more like everything in this movie is wrong. Oh god, I don't have time to talk about Master of Disguise in depth.
Just watch it. It takes less time to explain why it's bad. than it is
Warriors
to
of Virtue, which was
Or it takes
recommended by Reese.
Also pretty bad.
Oddball pick. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. A TV adaptation of the story Flowers for Algernon. which is a movie about a mentally deficient guy getting a drug that makes him smart, and him developing this relationship of, oh, I'm smart because of this drug. What have I not known versus what could I possibly know? He does like a scientific breakthrough, and then he realizes the drug stops working, so he regresses from smart back to mentally like deficient again.
Oh.
And like it's a really fun sci-fi short story that I read years and years ago, and it was developed it was released as a short story, then it was released as a novel, and then movies got made of it. I've watched a couple of those movies now, including this one. This one is pure dog shit. Like, it's not it's not really that good because it ignores important parts of the story. Then The Oranges, I gave it 27. And that is why I said it's the worst one that I actually kind of enjoyed. The Wolfman from 2010, directed by Joe Johnston. I watched it on Netflix. Not great. The other one I was talking about, like, oh, it has a great ending that explains everything, but it's kind of really bad all the way throughout the rest, is a movie called Bad Words, directed by and starring Jason Bateman. Yeah, really, really not great movie at all.
I've heard of this.
The ending saves it, like, from being a complete non-recommendation, but I still wouldn't really highly recommend it. It's really bad. Heavy Metal 2000.
Oh,
The Need for Speed movie.
Hey, that's nostalgic.
Not for me, it's not.
They made a movie?
Yeah, Need for Speed, starring, oh god, the guy who did Jesse from Breaking Bad. Walker? Not Paul Walker. I forget his name.
Oh yeah.
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul. Yeah, not great. I gave it a 55. Where the Wild Things Are, I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
The thing is, though, it's like a 12-page kids book? How are they going to turn it into a movie? Like,
it's on Max.
But it was directed by Spike Jones. Surely Spike Jones could have made something better than that.
I'm wondering what you scored my picks for you to be able, because I think
So I can actually sort by who recommended stuff to me.
Because I recommended a couple different movies to you.
Who won? Me or Dono?
You recommended. Okay, let me see if I can actually sort this list by who recommended me stuff. Might not
I think
fully work.
Did
the
I
way
recommend
I
you?
to. Hold on.
Master of Disguise?
A to Z. No, Dadley did.
That might have been
I have
me.
it written down as Dadley did that.
Okay.
Okay, according to my list, Dono, you recommended 2 movies for me to watch.
Yes, probably. Yes.
And Dadley, you recommended 6.
Oh, wow.
So of those 2 and of those 6, I'll start with Dadley's. Hundreds of Beavers. I have that written down as one that you
fucking
I did
watch
not
that.
recommend that to you at all. We watched that together.
We watched it together. Okay, I will mark that off as one that you did not recommend to me then.
Yeah.
Then you recommended me 5. Tick Tick Boom.
Yes. Phenomenal. Great fucking movie.
I enjoyed that movie quite a bit. I gave it a 93.
Yeah.
The Cabin in the Woods.
Phenomenal. Great fucking movie.
I gave it a 91.
Drunk just messaged me. Apparently he's watching stream.
Oh, hi, Drunk.
Hi, Drunk.
And he's just like, am I not turtly enough for
The
turtle
flop?
flop? Fucking ass. Drunk. Oh, he's right there. Oh, okay. Hi, Drunk. I'm checking you out on the
Also, first time chat from Gambit's Ace. Hey, man, it's
Hey,
Johnny.
that's my buddy Johnny. Johnny, what's up?
Oh,
Sorry.
hey.
Welcome.
The Dragon Ball movie. I did not watch the Dragon Ball movie, so I did not give it a rating.
Watch the Dragon Ball movie. It's so
SLC
bad.
Punk.
Phenomenal movie.
I gave it an 84.
Valid.
Warm Bodies. I picked that movie
was-
apart so much. Like,
It was a fun movie to watch together.
Yeah. Hold on one
Uh,
second.
SLC Punk, Hundreds of Beavers, fucking
No,
Master of Disguise.
Warm Bodies, I gave a 77, and then Master of Disguise, which I gave, as I previously said, a 5.
Out of
and the
5?
2 that Dono, like, outright recommended. I don't know if any more movies on this list were Dono's recommendations that I just forgot and didn't label him. The Wild Robot, which I gave 100. It is one of the few
great
movies that I
movie.
gave 100. On my scale, 100 is perfect, 101 is better than perfect. And then A Man Called Otto.
Oh yeah.
That
I
was the
recommended you
second
Patch
movie that I
Adams.
watched. That was the second movie that I watched.
Yes.
And I gave it an 88.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, just via quantity of movies watched, Dadley has a slightly better, like, average score. But Dono, you recommended me 2 Killers. Like, I absolutely loved both of those. Let's see
Did I
here.
not- Did I not recommend you Patch Adams? I thought I did.
You recommended it to me. I didn't have time to watch it. I didn't watch
Damn
it
it.
yet.
You gotta watch it
Let's see.
so I can talk to you about it, and I need to watch it again too.
Yeah.
Ooh, bad rating for Otto. Yeah. I mean, I would have rated it a little bit higher, but I can
Should
understand
have been at
why.
least a 90. Now, okay. There are parts of Otto that
Explain why the 2% is missing.
I will have to say that Otto did not, like, scratch, like, every itch that I find, like, in a movie that I personally think is, like, the best of the best. But 88 is still a very valid, like, good high score for a lot of movies on this list.
Yeah.
I am very generous, though. I gave 6 movies a 101 this year.
Oh wow.
Hundreds of Beavers on that. Okay.
No, but Hundreds of Beavers is one of the ones that I gave 100.
Oh,
Oh, Hundreds of Beavers isn't a 101?
No, I didn't think it was a 101. No.
Okay.
It was perfect, but it was just missing that one, like, something, that, like, memorable thing. Like, here's how I feel. A 101 is perfect. And then there's some extra little thing that I will always remember from having watched it that keeps it in the top of my mind forever.
Okay.
So those 6 movies for me were 1917,
Ooh.
and I will never forget the, like, just the fact that it is a one-shot movie, like,
Yeah.
or filmed like a one-shot movie, is perfect to begin with. And then, like, just how good it ended up being in the meantime, you know, that's great. Tower, the documentary I've
Yep.
talked about before, I think that's perfect +1 because it is a phenomenal story of tragedy and triumph. The Hunchback of Notre Dame
Okay.
is one of my 101s. The general consensus does not agree with me on that point.
No.
Rotten Tomatoes gives Hunchback a 71 and a 70, respectively, from the critics
rough.
and the audience.
it was a different time.
And, you know, it's bullshit. Because Hunchback is the best Renaissance Disney movie, and there's nothing you can do to change my mind. Then you have...
Lion King is a Renaissance.
It's not as good as Hunchback, in my
Is it
mind.
fucking Hamlet?
Then you have Whiplash.
Yes.
Drum
Whiplash
movie?
is absolutely.
Oh my god.
And the thing that
One of
pushes
my
it over the
tops.
top for me is the end sequence, like the
Yeah.
final sequence in the movie. Obviously, if you know what I'm talking about, you know. Singing in the Rain? Great
Goes
movie.
Goes into public domain next year.
No, it doesn't. 1952?
Well,
Or
look
I
it
guess
up.
the story of the Singing in the Rain goes into the public domain? I don't know. Weird.
I
one
just
way
saw
or
something
another.
about it.
It's one of the few movies that's rated 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I gave it 101 because of the actual Singing in the Rain sequence. Like the sequence where Gene Kelly is singing in the rain. It's just great, you know? It's better than perfect. And then the last movie that I give 101 this year, one of the last movies I watched here, and I've talked about here extensively in one of the other Dapper discussions, simply, I would call it a perfect adaptation of like any medium to any other medium ever, period. Like, because if you know the graphic novel that the movie is based on, if you know about it, if you know of it, then like you watch the movie, you understand why it's perfect. The critics have only given here, as of right now, I can double check on another tab. The critics have only given it a 35%, which is a crime. It's beyond a crime that is how low. Actually, okay.
What movie is it?
Here.
I haven't seen it yet. I definitely want to check it out.
Well, if you will go see it,
this one.
Try to read the graphic novel first. If you go see it. I'm one of the perfect. It's a graphic novel. Like it is majority pictures. There are some conversations that happen in the graphic novel which do make it into the movie. But like if you know the graphic novel and you watch the movie, it's perfect. If you don't, like a majority of people who watched here didn't, it doesn't make any sense. And it's weird.
In a quick Google, by the way, the
Monk
song
just messaged me
Singing in
on
the
my
Rain.
phone.
The
Yes.
song Singing in the Rain came out in 1929.
Oh, the song. Oh, of course. Yeah. Well, that's good.
So that will be public domain.
Fun. Okay.
Can I just make like a crazy? So, just a recommendation. Check out free movies on YouTube. It is ridiculous the amount of like movies that are on there that I, on like a normal basis, want to watch and didn't realize that it was just free to watch on YouTube.
Well,
Like they just have so much.
Yeah.
A lot of Adam Sandler.
A lot of
Yeah. Let me see. Overall, I had a wonderful year watching movies. And the good news is I'm going to do it all again, baby. Next year, I'm watching 250 more. I've opened up my horizons to VHSs. I'm going to take more recommendations from my friends, but not as many as I took this year because I want next year to be 100% spontaneous.
I only gave you 2. Okay.
I want next year to be more spontaneous. I want to like, I don't want to have so many things lined up in front of me that I just like, I don't want to watch that right now. No, next year is like, I'm going to watch a movie and I'm going to pick it at random from this list.
Oh,
right.
shit.
Like,
Chat wants to know Pulp Fiction or just any Tarantino this year.
Oh.
what do you mean?
Did you
Did
read?
you watch any Tarantino this year?
Nope.
Really?
I don't think I watched a single Quentin Tarantino movie. I can double check.
Really?
I can double check,
My
but I'm
favorite
pretty
is The
sure I didn't
Glorious
watch a single one.
I just want to give people an idea of like the free movies that are on YouTube. The Brave Little Toaster, full movie, posted.
Really?
Yes. SpongeBob movie. Scooby-Doo movie, the live action one, you know, fully on.
Oh no, I did watch one Quentin Tarantino movie this year.
What did you watch?
Django Unchained.
Ooh, phenomenal movie.
Yes. No.
I gave it a 93.
The
yeah,
B movie is
phenomenal
free on YouTube.
Yeah. All great movies. Let me see. I watched 3 Robert Zemeckis movies this year. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Here, and Disney's A Christmas Carol.
Oh,
Max is
Wait,
on.
what? That's not right. Oh,
What?
because I watched it after that selection. I've watched 4, but that one is carrying over into next year.
They also have the second live action Scooby-Doo on
let's see.
YouTube. They also have Twilight.
Are there any other directors
Jurassic
that I
World?
watched more than one movie of theirs? Well, Mel Brooks, I watched like a Blu-ray collection of Mel Brooks movies. Let's see.
Did you ever watch The Gentleman?
No, I did not. Sorry.
Please put that on your list for next year. It's
no list next year.
okay, fine.
Well, I mean, I can take recommendations. I just have to see it and remember that it was
Obviously,
recommended to me.
I'm just gonna recommend that.
I watched
I wanted you to
2
do Patch Adams, but
I
do
watched-
Patch Adams.
I watched
Please.
2 Jonathan Levine movies.
Oh.
50-50 and Warm Bodies.
Oh, what a
I
odd mix
actually-
for him.
50-50, I gave a little bit better rating than Warm Bodies as well. I give it a 79.
That checks out.
I watched 2 John Lee Hancock movies, The Founder and The Blind Side. Both
Huh.
both controversial in the public eye. I actually enjoyed both of them, 83 and 85.
Spaceballs, what a good fucking movie.
Hey, No Country for Old Men is on YouTube. I need to watch that.
It is. I was literally just about to
great.
say I watched 5 Coen Brothers movies. 5 Coen Brothers movies: Fargo, Oh Brother Where Art Thou, The Hudsucker Proxy, No Country for Old Men, and Burn After Reading. Holy crap! Burn After Reading. What a strange fucking movie. Like,
I love it.
I thought it
Secondhand
was.
Lion? Ooh,
I
Brett,
haven't watched
maybe
Secondhand
you're right in
Lions
my
yet.
heart. I love.
Oh, Secondhand Lions is so good.
Let's see. Oh, I watched 3 David Lynch movies this year? I didn't know that. I watched 3 Danny Boyle movies this year.
Did you watch any Adam Sandler movies?
No. No, yeah, actually I did. I watched Uncut Gems.
I still haven't watched that one.
Yeah, great stuff.
Is this no?
All right, I will
okay, that's
close-
the Puss in Boots from 2011. That's not
We'll
good.
close and
The
save that.
Mummy.
All right,
is
so
fucking
here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna do, yeah,
Yes.
let's wrap up here. Let's get into some recurring segments. Thank you for listening to my spiel. Was there anything else anyone wanted to say before we did recurring segments, fellas?
Boobs.
Titties. No.
I just want to say something.
Okay.
Okay.
Sadly, I think you're a fantastic father, and I'm very glad that your children have you. I had that thought come into my head this week of just how good of a dad you are in my mind, and I just wanted to say that live because you deserve that shit. And I think you're doing a great job.
Okay. I think you're a pretty good dad too. I think we're
There
just
you
making
go.
it work. There's no handbook for this shit, and
Yeah.
I think you're doing great.
Right. The wife is kidnapping me again. Help. I can't help you there, bud. I'm sorry.
No.
Enjoy
So-
that. Eventually.
So, Dippy,
Yes.
what's the Wikipedia word of the day? Not Wikipedia, the Urban Dictionary word
The
of the day.
Urban Dictionary definition of the day. Let's see. What?
What?
Hmm?
Okay. Two weird ones. I'll
Okay.
do both because they're both kind of short. Okay, one of the Urban Dictionary definitions of the day is weenie.
Weenie. That
Weenie.
is a person that wears a propeller hat.
But I'm not a weenie.
If only it was that simple.
If I go through the SpongeBob thing, and they usually actually use things decently correctly, weenie is I want to say it's not exactly an insult, but it's a way to describe a weak or individual or man, like a weak. Oh
So I love that answer. No.
Shit.
A weenie.
oh!
Noun. An architectural concept named by Disney Imagineering, describing, quote, visual magnets that help guests navigate and draw them from one area of a theme park to another. For example, Cinderella's Castle, Big Thunder Mountain, and Space Mountain are some of the weenies within Magic Kingdom.
That's fucking stupid.
That is fucking stupid. Here's another one.
Alright.
Let's see. Oh, this is actually a great one. Okay. I wanted to do this one, but I'll do this one because this one's actually a great one. All right.
Okay.
The other Urban Dictionary definition of the day is noomies.
Noomies?
Noomies.
Noomies. That is someone who just got into anime and they're just obsessed with the anime titties.
Just got into is a key phrase that I will say will be your hint.
Don't know what you guess.
What was the word again?
Noomies.
Noomies?
And your hint is just got into.
I don't know.
This is actually relevant to you, Dono, being a
Is it?
Being a workout person.
Oh, is it just gotten into like physical fitness and shit like that?
Noomies, originating from the phrase "New Year, New Me," refers to people who go to the gym and clog up the place after New Year's, only to eventually give up on their resolution by February. Example,
Damn.
look at all those noomies going into the Planet Fitness.
There you go.
So there's your Urban
I
Dictionary
need
definition.
to
of the
remember
day.
that. I need to remember that.
Like, get out of here, you fucking noomie. You're like,
Ugh.
maybe not that harsh though.
Yeah.
So there's that. Next up on the docket.
I didn't prep any magic items.
Oh no.
I forgot. I am sleepy.
Okay.
Oh shit! We got.
I do have
a.
a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the deal breaker?
Sure.
Okay. All right, guys. You're going in for one last job. You have to plan a heist.
Okay.
Dun-dun-dun.
Okay.
For those who don't know what deal breakers are, they are given $20 in 4 categories to spend the $20 on. In order to do something, this time it is building the best heist.
It's $15 for 4
my
categories
bad.
or $20 for 5.
$15. You have $15 for
Okay.
4 categories. And the first category is going to be your target. What are you heisting?
Oh.
For $5,
Okay.
you have the Hope Diamond.
Ooh.
For $4, the Mona Lisa.
Ooh.
$3, the Coca-Cola recipe.
Hmm. Okay.
$2, the world's largest stamp collection.
Okay.
And $1, a fleet of Pontiacs.
A fleet of Pontiacs.
Pontiacs.
Hmm. Okay. Maybe looking at resale value, like, would be the only way to justify the Pontiacs, but no, I think, see, because I'm going with $4 for the Mona Lisa because the French government has insured the Mona Lisa up to $950 billion.
Holy
Like,
shit.
Yeah, it's I'll take $4 for the Mona Lisa, please.
Okay.
All right. I'm doing.
Or at least
Done.
I wrote-
attempt the Mona Lisa.
I posted it in the Zoom chat, by
I
the way,
saw.
if you need it.
I'm gonna do the Coke recipe
Wow, okay.
I love that.
because I know manufacturing and I could probably fucking figure that shit out.
There you go. You need a team. You need a team for this heist.
Okay.
So for $5, you have the crew from Ocean's 11.
Right.
For $3, you get 3 Olympians of your choice.
How about $4?
For $4, you get 3 Olympians of your choice.
Oh, wow.
For $3,
Man, they
you
work
get
for
Ed,
cheap.
Ed, and Eddie. For
Okay.
$2, you get your fellow Dapper Ds.
Oh, boy.
And for $1, you get the current lineup of the Rolling Stones. They're like all in their 80s now.
I was about to say,
I'm gonna go for the 5 for Ocean's 11.
you know, there's a small part of me that believes that when their powers are combined, Ed, and Eddie are all a lot smarter than they look. Like,
They're not.
but it feels like a waste at $3. I know that there's got to be good stuff coming up for like $5 or later. So I'll take Ed, and Eddie for 3.
Okay.
So I have spent 7 so far.
Yes, and Dono has spent 8. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
9. 4. No.
Oh.
Yeah, 8. 3 for
Yeah,
the
3
Coke
and 5,
recipe, 5 for the Ocean's 11. Yeah.
You need your role in the heist. You need what you're doing.
That's
So
what I
for
was thinking, Brett. Why was there no A team listed there? Why wasn't the
Oh,
A
my
team a
bad.
choice?
My bad.
Anyway.
For $5, you're leading the heist. This is your heist.
Ooh.
For $4, you're the explosives specialist.
Ooh.
For $3, you're the getaway driver. $2, you're the hacker. And $1, you're the distraction.
I will gladly take $3 to be the getaway driver. There's something about like, I never want to be the guy like at the very top of the chain, just because like, the people below you, sure, they'll get arrested, they'll get time in prison. But at the top of the chain, they kill them. Like,
Yeah.
like, so I'll just be the getaway driver. For 3,
Okay.
which means I've spent
You're at $10.
10. Yeah, so which leaves me 5 for the end. So there you go.
I'm gonna be the distraction because I know I can play that really well,
Okay.
and I do very good of like I don't fucking know.
Wow.
All right. So you're both going into the final round with full $5 to spend.
I got
I'm gonna read
6.
this one. Yeah, 6. I'm gonna read this one backwards. Because it's kind of a negative one. Who's trying to stop you?
Oh boy.
For $1, the full force of the FBI. For $2, the Powerpuff Girls.
Ooh.
For $3, Sherlock Holmes.
Hmm.
For $4, just the local police department, nobody else. And for $5, the current lineup of Motley Crue.
And they're all like in their 80s.
And they're all like in their 80s.
If I had less money to work with, I would have say that Sherlock Holmes is great at like deducing things, but people don't
not great
have
at-
to listen to him.
Yeah.
And I would pick him, but I have $5 to let 4 80-year-olds like wallow away trying to figure out who took the Mona Lisa.
Yep.
And like they were rebels anyway. They wouldn't
wouldn't give a
try to
shit.
stop me. So
Yeah.
I'll take that option. Yeah. I will spend all
Yeah.
my full 5 to get the Motley Crue not caring about me taking the Mona Lisa.
Honestly, we're gonna make a double feature of that movie because that's what I'm doing as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, no, it's the best pick.
Which leaves me with $1 left, so I'm going to put in I'm
You
also going to get the current lineup of the Rolling Stones just so I can be able to use their music as the background.
No, I was like, you get the lineup of the Rolling Stones and the lineup of the Motley Crue, and they like fight each other, and then
Yep.
that leaves you to get away with the high scot-free. Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you may, welcome to, for the final time this year, the Dapper Draft. Dapper Draft. So, this Dapper Draft idea was actually put forth by Deadly. I'm going to take it scot-free because it is such a great idea. And it might be relevant in, like, the 3-year anniversary episode, but it's the end of the year. You know, it was mentioned in the chat earlier as well. We didn't have a lot of time or money to do some of the greater projects that we wanted to do with the Dapper Ds. So, what I am posing for you today is the chance to do whatever episode you would like.
Yeah.
If time were no obstacle and money were no object, what 5 episodes of the Dapper Ds would you want to do? Would you want to be able to do for the channel? So we'll roll for the order, we'll flip for the strategy, and then we'll
I got a
get going.
5.
I got an 18. Almost Donald beats an 18. I'm good.
Ooh. Brett, are you in chat? We're about to find out how good it is. So Brett sent me a brand new set of dice,
Oh,
and they are
Oh,
quite
nice.
pretty. And he asked me if I have rolled them yet. I have not because
Oh,
I
there
like
you
to
go.
roll them in session for the first time, and we are on stream, so I count this as this.
Sure.
So Brett, here's the test run. Look at this beautiful little.
You all have to fight
Oh.
each other, but you have to roll for your moves. Incredible.
5.
Fine.
5. I also got a 5. Rollies.
Okay.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Out of 4.
Oh,
All right.
Brett. Oh, this is not a good start.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll see what the damage dice gives me.
There you go.
Yes.
Because I've noticed that's a pretty like, you know, like a strong correlation that even if your D20 isn't great in a set, that means that your other dice in that set are pretty damn good. All right. So 1 through 5, Dippy Dadly Dono in that order. We flip for the order for the strategy. Heads will be Serpentine, tails will be front to back. So it is tails. So we were just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. So for my first pick, time or no object, money or no obstacle, I would have all three of us do a travel blog to I would have all three of us do a travel blog to like I want to say like Central Europe, like Germany,
Ooh.
Italy, France, like that would be like the dream. You would come see me. Yes, Monk. That's my first pick. Wink. No. We would do like a week-long travelogue of Central Europe.
Yes.
Because
lot of
I want to go to
planning.
Germany, and I know you want to visit Italy again, Dadley.
Oh, of course.
So there's that.
Me, I
Which
have
actually
cookies.
brings us to Dadley.
Yeah, I think a lot about this. I think a lot about like what episodes I want to do and this and that if like money were no object. I think throwing us in a cooking competition would be really funny.
Oh no.
I don't know who would judge, but the three of us cooking against each other.
Stealthy.
Yeah, probably.
And fantasy, probably.
And Monk.
And Monk. And Ace.
Dapper
everybody else on
D's
the channel.
cooking competition. Oh god.
That just sounds really funny to me.
Fucking, if we had to do it for everybody else on the channel,
I would
whatever
face
we had
off
to
against
cook,
all of
we'd
you.
have to do like big dish. Like that's the fucking
Yeah.
thing, is that we have to do
Yeah.
a big fucking
Yeah.
like we have to do big platters.
Yeah.
So we have to make something big. Like that's the fucking, like not heavy, just like something that makes
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Which I grew up in a family of fucking 8 people. I know how to cook big.
See, we're already getting competitive.
Yeah. A blue
just
ribbon
saying,
barbecue winner? Oh god. All right, Dono,
Okay, so I think it's 2 off. Oof, goodness.
you're number one.
This might seem stupid, but oh wait, give me a second. I didn't write down
No wrong
cooking.
answers.
Oh. My number one, and it's something that I've wanted to do on the channel, and it's just because I want to play. I like playing games with you guys. I want to do the entirety. There's a brand new TMNT game that just came out, and I fucking want to play it with you guys. It's all online. It comes up to like 6 people that can play at one time with it,
Okay.
and it's just like the side-scrolling, like old,
Hmm.
not like arcade shit. And I'm just like, fuck yeah, I love that shit. Hell yeah, I
Okay.
think it would be great.
To
yeah.
improve that episode idea,
Yes,
it would be like all of us on a couch in person.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Dressed as
Oh.
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
If I could, I would have us have like I would have us actually do games like with each other.
Yeah.
And I like the types of games where you can all sit at the couch and play together.
Oh my god, yeah.
And shit. Like we do a Smash Bros episode. We do like, yeah. Like if I could,
Yeah.
that would be my thing. Because then you guys would actually hear my competitive side.
Yeah.
Which is very
All right.
probably one of my worst features. Which
For
is
number
God.
for number 2, I would find a way for us each to have a NASCAR at a NASCAR track, and we would race each other.
Race
Oh my
NASCARs.
God.
Got it. Love it.
Dapper D's NASCAR race day. Like, I would want to find a way to have 3 NASCARs
Yep.
all in like one race against each other. Even if that like would have to be like safety things would have to be signed off or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like, that is something I would absolutely love to do if ever given the time and the money to do it. All right.
So for
Yeah.
my number 2, it would be fun to be a part of this, but I feel like it would be more fun to be the puppet master of this. I want, again, time and money, not a problem.
Yeah.
I want to make an escape room for you guys.
Oh.
More than doing an escape room, I want to make an escape room for you guys. Make a Dapper themed escape room.
Real life escape room. Designed by Dapper.
Oh shit, I have to do something else.
Oh wow, you actually took a pick from Dono. There you go.
No, that
Oh.
wasn't one that I had picked. It's just like I'm having a hard time thinking of things because
Oh,
I'm
never
not.
mind.
I don't know. One of my things that I put down was literally I'm just like, because it's just shit that I've done. I'm just like I want to share it with you guys. I want to fucking.
Okay.
Part of me is like how to like I want to do an episode where we learn about like, fucking animals and like not trading up, like go to the fucking zoo. I don't know. Like I think that'd be chill
The
as
Dapper
fuck.
D's go to the zoo and get
Like we learn
behind
about
s-
animals and shit like that. I think that'd be sick as
Okay.
fuck. Like,
Donald,
being able to go
I
No,
love
that's
that
so wholesome.
episode.
like
Yeah,
go
I love
like
that.
go
I
feed
love that so
wolves and go
much.
fucking hang out with the birds and
You
shit.
don't, you
and
don't
learn
have to
about 'em.
defend this answer. It's a good
No.
answer. I love that.
Dapper D's go to the zoo. Absolutely, I
Yeah.
would love that. In fact, of the ones on this list, other than the TMNT playthrough, that's like one of the ones that we could probably do this year.
Yeah.
If we had, if we planned it
Next year.
correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could totally go to the fucking zoo in Texas if we wanted to.
Dippy and
We're
Donna
not
were close
really in
enough. We
Texas
can,
for a long time.
I know.
Dippy and Donna were close enough. I can drive up. We can all go to the St. Louis Zoo. Like, that would be.
I'm not in freaking Missouri yet, dude.
But hey, maybe. Okay.
Maybe.
For my number 3,
Yes.
one word: skydiving.
Yes.
Ooh.
We would find a way to document either all of our or only one of our very first experience skydiving. Like,
Ooh.
if
here
here's
for
a
it.
question: if you guys, if I came to you and said, okay, pack your bags, we're going to this place, we're going to, like, I guess California or something. We're going to California, we're going to learn how to, and then subsequently do a 3-person skydive. Would both of you want to do that?
I only because I've looked into how much it takes to do a solo skydive. No. You know, like you need like 15 jumps attached to somebody's back before they let you go alone.
No, that's what I mean. Like, we would all have the partners on our backs or
Oh,
whatever.
then yeah, I do that. I thought you meant just us.
No,
like, I
no.
do not trust us. No,
yeah,
I'd
no,
do it.
we would have all
Yeah.
the we would each have our
Honestly-
like skydiving partner on our back, whatever. But like all 3 of us jump out of the plane and like do the triple like spinning in the
I
air
am-
and like.
I am curious to see how long my ADHD would last me before I get bored of falling.
Okay, so sincerely, my best friend went skydiving and he said that happened to him. Like you do hit a moment where you're like, I'm just kind of falling for a long time. Like,
Getting bored
Like-
of falling is a crazy sentiment. Wow. Yeah.
But
Deadly.
I'm just like, you're falling for like
Yes.
10 minutes. Like you gotta get to a point where it's just like, can I just like pull out my phone and fucking
we're talking about doing vlogs and whatnot. I
Mhm.
want to do the Dapper D's go to Comic-Con.
Oh,
Yeah. I was gonna have that on my list too. You took it.
Like San Diego Comic-Con. Like,
Yeah. Like the big one, like the actual,
Yeah.
the one that people care about.
Oh.
yeah.
Dapper D's go to Comic-Con. I absolutely would have suggested that later on my list. Good job. Dano?
okay. Fucking scuba diving, swimming with sharks.
Cool.
I think that'd be dope. Or
Oh, yeah.
like even going fishing on a boat. I
Just fishing. Just go
Yeah.
fishing.
Deep sea fishing?
Sounds like I think that we'd have a fucking great time if we just like went out into the ocean, and just fucking fished. And it's
Oh,
nuts.
deep sea diving, not deep sea diving.
Yeah.
Deep sea fishing would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, like diving, fishing, whatever. Like just fucking go and take a boat trip. Boat
Okay.
trip.
Number 4 for me, in a similar vein
Alright,
to
guys.
one of mine earlier. In a similar
Truck
vein.
is
to one
like
of mine earlier.
100% down for every single one of these guys
Yes.
right now.
Yeah, he says he has a guy for all of these too.
All right,
In a
Drunk,
similar
when we
vein-
start doing in-person shows, you're gonna be the fucking front runner figuring out all their contacts.
In a similar vein to one I had earlier, the Dapper D's drive a train. I would find a way for us to
All right.
All right.
like I would find a way for us to be like the crew of a train, like the crew of like a steam train. I'm not talking like a diesel train, but
Yeah.
like
I'm in charge of the horn.
absolutely, yeah. Because you can have a conductor, a driver, and a fireman in a steam train, and that would be all three of us like sitting in the cockpit of a train and just being a train crew, or if not, like just riding in the cab of a train. Like
I
you know.
want the best old guy to be our instructor. Like literally,
Yes.
just like one that was just like, I guess you can do that, or we could die. You know?
Yeah, Dapper D's drive a train is something I would absolutely
for play.
love.
I love that too.
So my number 4 is going to be a two-parter. And
Okay.
before I hear any shenanigans of like you can't have those two together, I will explain.
Okay.
Whitewater rafting and paintball. I found
No.
a company in Maine that
Mhm.
what you do is you whitewater raft for like 2 hours in crazy rapids, and to a paintball field, play paintball for a couple hours, whitewater raft more crazy rapids, and then they grill you chicken.
Wow.
wanna do
Whitewater
that.
After that,
rafting
you'd be fucking
plus
starving.
paintball. Whitewater rafting plus paintball in Maine.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. There you go. Okay, Dono, number 4.
This is kind of obvious for the channel. In-person D&D. I would love to fucking
Yeah.
just be able to play a game with you guys in person. And fucking sit down at a table. It doesn't even have to be recorded.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. Is this is an
This is Dapper D's
this would be like a
episodes.
Dapper D's
Yeah,
episode.
that's right. True. Fuck.
Take it off your list. Nope, you're not allowed anymore. No.
In-person D&D session. There
That's
you
a
go.
bad answer, Dono. That's a bad.
It's not actually that bad of an answer.
No, I was quoting Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, that's a bad song. That's bad songwriting.
All right, number 5. That could be the 4th D for drunk. You honestly could. You're like the easiest person to slot in as the 4th Dapper D if we ever went that route. Let's see. So up to this point, I have a travel log of Central Europe, a day at the races of NASCAR where we race each other, a skydiving episode, and driving a train. But honestly, if no one else said it, my last answer was going to be in-person D&D. But now that that's taken,
Oh
let's
shit,
see.
Bradley, what was your 4th one?
A whitewater,
Whitewater
rafting,
rafting
and,
and paintball in Maine.
paintball. And grilled chicken thighs, if that's important.
And grilled chicken. All right. My
Company
number
is
5.
sweet.
My number 5. I will say. Actually, yeah, I will say that. We rent out a theater, like a private movie theater,
Yes.
and then we marathon, like subathon, just movies in the theater. Like, that could.
Love it.
It might not be like perfect, like copyright coverage or whatever,
Yeah.
or we can find public domain movies to play in the theater for the purposes of an episode, but it would be the Dapper movie marathon.
Yeah.
And it would just
So-
be we sit in that theater and watch movies, and like we stay there as long as like the subs like come in for it. Like I
love
would
that.
love that, yeah. And even if like money were no object, time were no obstacle, we could get like a license for the movies that we watch. So like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
My last episode idea
Mhm.
is an audio only episode in which
Bad start. Okay.
all 3 of us just have a little microphone and we're in our own sensory deprivation tanks.
Okay. Isn't
Just
the
do a pod.
isn't the
Just do a
point of
podcast. Yeah.
isn't
What?
isn't the point of a sensory deprivation tank that we don't talk, that we don't like?
I don't care. I think it sounds fun.
It's literally a podcast.
Yeah, it's a podcast, but now
Hey,
we're
there you go.
floating. Now it feels like we're floating.
I mean, hey, I'll take it. Sure. And then Dono, your final pick.
I am surprised by Dippy. You didn't take this.
I know what you're gonna
because
say.
It's no budget. Anything goes. I want us to make an episode that is a short film / cartoon together
Ooh.
as a Dapper D's episode.
A
So either
proper-
like a full like person or like cartoon done voice acting, like write it and have it as an episode for the Dapper D's.
a proper Dapper short film.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, this whole list could have just been you kicking off your movie career, Dippy. I want an episode of the Dapper D's to be a fully executed film of 19XX.
Yeah. 18XX.
18XX.
19XX is the sequel.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Dippy's first video
Yeah,
movie
they're
that he
actually-
ever made is a porno.
Holy shit. Wait, there actually could be an 18XX sequel where the son of Hank or whatever is in World War One, and it's the same thing. Oh my god.
It's just the
Oh,
same
wait,
movie.
I'm here for
It's
that.
different. It's like the Sandlot.
Dad.
Dippy, we're
One
gonna write a
slip up.
movie.
One slip up, and you've automatically given me an idea for a sequel. How? Okay.
I
We're moving
will
on,
say
we're moving
my
on.
my honorable mention was gonna be gladiatorial fighting of like let's get full suits of armor.
Fucking
And
no.
Like sword fighting, like medieval sword
Yeah,
fighting
like
would be
full-
such a great episode. Why did none of us say that?
because I don't want to
Number
hurt you
6,
guys.
LARPing.
LARPing, yeah.
I'm just gonna put
Um,
6 in between all of our lists and just be like LARP.
Oh god, my honorable mention.
Are we question when we're at like Stealthy's wedding? Are we gonna like vlog it or what? I don't know what the fuck you do.
I'm
Is
gonna
that like
try.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
we can-
definitely.
yeah.
we should like
we can
make
record-
videos and shit like that
Yeah.
and like put that shit together for
We can
Stealthy
record
on the
videos,
channel, right?
We can record videos like that, and we can edit that together into a vlog. I have to make videos anyway, so
Honestly-
if you took videos and sent them to me, I could edit them together
Honestly,
into
I
something,
think
and we
it-
could put it on both my channel
honestly-
and yours.
It would be our first like Anipod wedding that we've ever like anybody in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
place getting married while it's going on. So if Stealthy would give us the blessing, I'd be down to make like a video for her to be put on or for them to put on the channel,
Monk,
just being like congratulations.
I have you all here. Are y'all gonna be able to make it to mine on October 19th?
Oh shit!
What?
bro. October? I might be down there.
I've been biting my tongue
Okay,
about
then.
this. I didn't know how many people Monk has told.
I forgot. Well, shit. I think you told me. No, you
I
didn't
didn't
announce
know
me the
about
exact
this,
date.
what?
Because you had told me about it. Yeah, you had told me about it freaking when I came down to visit, but I don't think you gave me a date yet, dude.
Monk, you're getting married?
Yeah.
Monk's
That's
getting married.
fantastic.
I will probably be in Missouri at that time, so I could definitely. You saw it on Facebook. Yeah, don't. Hey, don't hold me to anything that I do on Facebook. I am barely on that shit. dude.
Fair. Well, that concludes our Dapper draft. If time were no object and money were no
I will
obstacle,
definitely.
I would have us do a travel log of Central Europe, a NASCAR race day, a skydiving episode, an episode where we drive a train, and a movie marathon.
And I would have us do a cooking competition. I would design escape room for the other two. We'd go to San Diego Comic-Con. We'd do whitewater rafting, paintball, and chicken thighs on a grill. And then sensory deprivation tank podcast.
Oh, like a Dapper discussion from a sensory deprivation
Yes.
chambers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
I
just
get
like
that,
not
yeah.
hear each other talking?
I was about to say,
How funny!
we would have to have
Oh
a
yeah,
way
I
for
said
us
we
to hear
only have
each other. Yeah.
microphones.
I would have to. There would have to be a way for us to hear each other.
We have walkie-talkies.
And then
Honestly,
Dono.
I have TMNT playthrough like in person, zoo episode, scuba diving / like fishing trip, and in-person D&D and a short film. I wanted to like make a short film. And we are just the characters. All of us play a character or multiple characters.
No.
Even
We're
the female
credited
ones.
with we, the real people, play in the movie as, like, Jake stars as Dippy, Bradley stars as Dadley, Donovan stars as Dono. Like, that's the film. That's like the short film. The Dapper short film is just like, it's like, dude, where's my carb?
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, where's my Dadley? Okay.
dude, where's my Dadley? That's great. So, thank you so much for watching the Dapper Draft. And with that recording out of the way, it's the end of the year. I would say, what's your media pick of the year? Dadley, you already had some books that you read this year.
Yeah, I recommended some books. If I was gonna recommend anything for the year, my media pick of the year overall, it would be your local bookstore. Go to it.
Yeah.
Stop giving money to Amazon.
I
Local
remember
bookstores
you-
are fucking great.
I remember using that as in one of our earlier episodes.
Yep.
Mine would be the last one that I recommended in the Dapper discussion before this episode, which is the movie Here. And I talked about it earlier in this stream. If you don't remember what I said about it, go back and watch it. If you don't remember that, go back and watch the last Dapper discussion where I talk about it. It's literally the best adaptation of anything to anything else I have ever seen. So I recommend both the audiobook and the movie for my media pick of the year, and go watch them like now.
Do that thing. I don't know what my media pick of the year would be. God.
Everything
Oh,
you've watched
Wild
this year.
Wild
What?
Robot. Go fucking watch that.
Oh yeah, Wild
Yeah.
Robot. Absolutely.
It's
a
so
great
good.
pick,
It's
yeah.
one of the best movies I've watched this year. Granted, I haven't seen Sonic 3 yet, but I have seen a clip
So
from
good.
Sonic 3, which is scene by scene what was in one of the video games. And I'm just like, oh, that's
Yes.
sick.
It's
What a great
so
fucking
good.
reference.
Oh.
Dippy
Yeah.
talks about making YouTube videos about movies he's watched.
Mhm.
I sincerely thought I could sit down and do a whole video essay about how Sonic 3 finally made me feel okay with not growing up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it made me feel
Oh.
like I'm so happy I still had my inner child. Like,
Wow.
Dadley, you just made me think of like one of the best quotes that I've heard this year, and it's from literally my wife's grandma, who is currently like dealing with what is probably going to be her last ride with cancer.
And so
And one
Donna's
of her-
life advice is
This is from an 87-year-old woman who says, I know I'm getting close to the end of it, but I still feel like I'm that 16-year-old girl just in an 87-year-old body.
oh,
So
love that.
if we as people still feel young in our hearts, that is completely okay, because you will feel young even till when you're old if you let yourself do that. And I fucking love to hear, like, it was sad, but it was good to hear. I'm just like, oh, it's okay for me to feel young, like,
Yeah.
okay. And I still feel, because there's times where I'm like, I still feel like I'm 18 years old,
Yeah.
and I've just barely figuring it all out, and all these years have gone by, and now I'm 30, and I feel like, yes, I am a completely different person, but I am that different person not because I am true to who I was,
Yep.
not then, and who I truly am in finding that person. So fucking, it's okay to be young at heart.
Absolutely.
It's a good way to live your life.
Dadly.
So
I love that. I got some pretty heavy life advice, if I'm being honest.
Mine is probably going to be heavy too. How
So
heavy, like an elephant heavy, or heavy like a dumbbell heavy?
I don't know. Take it how you feel.
Because mine might be
Um,
elephant heavy, so I'll let you do yours
so-
first.
There is one part of me that I keep reserved to myself. I try my best not to have it on stream and whatnot, but like, I'm always angry. I am. What's up?
For those of you in stream, either subscribe to the channel or find the VOD, because another ad's about to play,
Yes.
but we're not going to interrupt our life advice for
Yeah.
that because we're about to end. So
Yeah.
If we end before the ad is over, thank you so much for watching. Continue.
Yeah.
JP, I'm going to tell you this really quick. Pause. Move the mouse.
Move the mouse. What? Okay, there you go.
I'm
There you go. Yeah.
always mad. Like every moment of my life, I'm always fucking mad. And like I've learned to be okay with this. There's an audio going around on TikTok, maybe just for me, but not for everyone, talking about battle jackets in the punk scene. That is the jacket you wear to punk shows and whatnot. Not only do you wear your badges on it to show who you are, but it keeps you safe in the pits. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen. Identifiable markers go on your chest. You do not want a rainbow on your back. And I wish my life advice could be, if you're a bigot, stop being a bigot. But instead, my life advice has to be, you don't want somebody that hates the person you are to see who you are before you know them. You do not want somebody coming up from behind you, knowing you're part of a group that might be attacked, whether that might be your religion, your sexuality, your race, any refugee groups, or anything else. You would know it better than me. Things that identify you go on your chest, and I am sorry they have to go there. I want you to thrive in 2025, but at the bare minimum, I want you to survive 2025. It goes on your chest.
Oh, that's
I've been
smart.
thinking about this a lot.
Fucking-
Like it fucking tears me up.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, that
No, you're
was
fucking right, dude.
sack of bricks. Wow. Oh my god. No, like great advice, obviously, but
Yeah.
well, I thought that would prepare me for my advice, but I guess not. Here it goes. Well, I went home for Christmas this year, as I have already mentioned. And Christmas Adam and Christmas Eve were fun. If you don't get that joke, you weren't here before the stream. No. Christmas Adam and Christmas Eve were fun. I got to talk to my family. I got to hang out with them. We got to watch Christmas movies. We got to do some kind of Christmassy things. It was nice. Christmas Day was hard for me this year, specifically because I felt like I was getting in the way of everybody else's enjoyment of Christmas. I woke up early but apparently it wasn't early enough because Dad had to go pick up Grammy from the assisted living home that she's now living in. So we couldn't do Christmas before he left because I got up early but not early enough. Then we started watching A Christmas Story, but we couldn't finish watching it because Mom had to prepare some food and because Dad came home with Grammy, and so we had to stop right before the end of the movie. Then we did Christmas, and I received my gifts, of which, as you get older, you get less and less gifts as a rule. Like you don't get the same amount of gifts and whatever from when you were a child because that's not the part that matters anymore.
Yeah.
And then Christmas, kept going on, and I was watching my family open up their presents, and I noticed that something that I thought I had bought at World Market for myself ended up in my dad's stocking as a present for him, and I wanted to say something about it, but I didn't. I said it later, and it contributed to this. Then we sat down in the living room, and Grammy announced that she had to talk about something, and for the first time in a long time, I saw one of my grandparental figures struggling to complete thoughts and sentences, and beginning to see their mental decline, just like I did with my other grandmothers so many years ago. And I held it together, but I couldn't help but feel so helpless sitting next to her. And then we had the rest of the family over, We ate. I wanted to suggest a game, and then realized I didn't want to suggest it at all because I knew that my family wasn't going to want to play it with me, but instead of keeping that to myself, I said it out loud. And then, after we finished eating, we had a little bit of time where we hung out. They all left to go do their own things, but in the process of this, one of my presents that I got was an upgrade for my phone.
Oh yeah.
I tried setting it up and failed. And then my mother noticed that her phone, her current one, the one that she got, she hadn't upgraded yet, stopped working in a couple of key functional ways, and it was my fault. Everything piled up to the point where I had a mental and emotional breakdown in front of my parents, and for the first half of this emotional and mental breakdown, they couldn't believe that I, being a 26-year-old, was still at a point where I cried as a person. They wanted me to calm down, they wanted me to stop, and they wanted me to just, like, figure it out without having to cry about it, quote unquote. And I felt so helpless for the first time in a very, very long time, because I know that, like, my brain doesn't like being a burden, and it doesn't like making people upset. And when I'm upset, I don't want to make other people upset. But the act of me being upset was the thing that was upsetting my parents. And it didn't help that when I was setting up my phone, I couldn't do a full transfer of everything on my old phone to my new phone because the size was different. My old one was a 512, my new one was a 128. Ergo, no dice. That made my dad feel inadequate on Christmas Day, because I didn't keep that to myself either. I said it out loud. There was a time during that process of me starting to have this breakdown where I wasn't sure if I wanted to stay for like another second, another minute. I didn't want to be in that house because I knew I was just going to continue to be a burden, or I knew that what I was doing was not going to make anyone feel better. And I didn't feel good until the very end, when I was getting ready to leave because I had a shift the next day. My dad finally accepted a hug from me, just as a consolation, as a fix of whatever was happening. A couple of things, a couple of the little niggles and bits kind of got fixed, and I was calming down, and I finally had the chance where he gave me the chance to just say, I'm sorry. And he didn't, like, complain about me apologizing. And then my mom did the same. I had the chance to just apologize, and she, like, accepted it without complaining about the fact that I was upset. My life advice is, if you're a parent for your whole life. Your kids may grow up to be in their teens, in their 20s, in their 30s, but they're still your kid. And sometimes you just have to make them feel better as your kid, regardless of how old they are.
Straight.
Because I am not a father yet, but I felt ashamed of, like, who I would be if I, like, I want to be like my father in so many ways. And in that moment, I didn't want to be like him at all, because he wasn't helping. I still love my family, like, regardless of this whole thing happening. And we still, you know, my family life is still good. Like, this wasn't like the event that tore us apart. It was just a misunderstanding, or like some little pile-on of things that just kept happening that turned into, you know, them getting upset about me being upset about various little things.
Yeah.
But I just wish that in that moment they could have done something other than making me feel worse.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing to accept is that your parents are human.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing, yeah.
Yeah.
They're just humans. They
Fuck.
make mistakes too.
Dippy, it's okay to cry. It is okay to be emotional. My kids have seen me cry. My kids have seen my wife cry. They've seen us be emotional because we've had emotional things happen. And I can't say anything less because I didn't really get to see my parents be emotional when I was younger. And so, I don't know, like, it's a hard thing to oh, God. I'm so grateful for you taking me so little to be able to do it. And that's the fuck, it sucks, man. But it's also like I'm grateful I'm able to do that, and I'm wondering if like what I am giving is enough still.
Yeah.
So we did
We're getting
did-
emotional.
we did pop offline for another split second
You're good.
there, but
Yeah.
at this
that could be more of a you guys get that bit.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Debbie,
I'm just
thank
gonna
you for
cut
sharing.
those two. I'm just gonna cut those two VODs together. This outro will be stream only
Yeah.
because it's the
Okay.
outro. It's the same outro we always have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to be like the guy that like talks about his parents behind his back, because that's not what that was supposed to be. I was just describing
No,
my
man.
experience, and
Yeah.
also, you know,
Dippy,
that was
you're
also not
human.
me. That was also not me calling my parents bad parents either. They
No,
Oh,
Dippy,
absolutely,
you're
yeah.
human.
Yeah.
And that was very human of you. And it's
So,
okay.
On that depressing note, to end the year, we leave all of our junk and our problems behind us as we look forward to a new year with new exciting opportunities and new pleasures and pains for everyone to go
May
through.
the only thing we bring into the new year be the lessons we've learned.
Another great piece of advice. And so, on that note, I want to say thank you so much for watching yet another year of Anipod in the state that we've had it in. We've had ups,
Yeah.
we've had downs, and we're glad that you've stuck with us throughout that, whether you're old or new, and we hope that you stick with us for yet another exciting year of it all. The year anniversary will be in May. The 6-year anniversary of the channel will be in May. The 3-year anniversary of this show will be in February. Otherwise, just keep on watching. We've got so much more for you. And until then, I say I've been Dippy.
I've been Deadly.
I'm Dono.
And until next time, your adventure matters.
Stay dapper.
Roll your initiative.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year.